ones who are not able to make it. I pray that you would just bless it and just bless our fellowship together and just be with everyone who's speaking to give them peace. Amen.
And thank you. Yeah. Favor. Thank you. Keep it in my mind. Alrighty. So, at each meeting, we go over our core values and mission statement. So we're going to start off the meeting with that. You are more than welcome to read it, and we will try to do it as much in unison as possible. So, our core values are empowering each other in servant leadership to create excellent customer experiences and impact the community for good. That's pretty good. Good job, guys. And our mission statement is to serve the love of Jesus with our community through the sport of leadership. Nice. Good work. All right. So, we have a few new employees. Wow. Welcome Anna, John, Josiah, and Sebastian. Also, we introduced Bowen last time, but Bowen is also here this time. If you guys are comfortable, if you're not, feel free to skip. But if you'll just say, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I'm going to be working at this location, probably or primarily doing this, if you feel comfortable. Anna, do you mind starting?
Sure. Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm going to be working here at Apex.
Woohoo!
I'm Bowen. I'm going to be working here in Apex as a party coach.
Woohoo! And John?
I'm Jonathan. I'm working at Fuquay, and I'm primarily going to be a party coach.
Hi, I'm Josiah. I'm going to be working at the Apex campus, and I'm going to be doing some coaching.
And Sebastian.
Hello, I'm Sebastian. I'm going to be working here at Apex for classes.
So fun. Alright, we are so glad to have all of you here tonight, and everyone that is already employed as well. Alright, this is the part of our team meeting where we like to start off all of our leadership meetings. We try to start off with good news just to get everything off on a good foot. And so we want to give this opportunity to you guys to share good news about each other, just encouraging words, how you've seen people go above and beyond, or just doing an amazing job. So we're going to try to do it. I'm going to go Jacob, then Zane, then Silas, and Megan. Okay, go ahead, Jacob.
We had a Nerf night in Fuquay, and then my Nerf night crew, I cannot remember who exactly they all are, but we've been having a lot of issues in our Nerf nights in Fuquay, and we killed it. We did really good. I believe actually Silas is the first time working in Nerf night, so and we all crushed it. We worked as a good team, and it was really fun.
Nice.
Shout out Christina. She comes in like day in, day out working minis. It's the only class she works, and she does like such a fantastic job of working minis. Anytime I work minis with her, she makes my life easier. She's so good with the kids, energetic the entire time. It's like very tiring doing minis, and she just does an excellent job every single time. So,
I want to give a big shout out to Kai. He's been crushing it lately. He's been crushing the classes, crushing with the comp team. Been a very good servant leader. His attitude has been extremely positive, and he's just giving everyone praise. So he's improved so much. So yeah, just give him a shout out.
I just want to shout out that Apex Weekend crew. You guys have been crushing it. I've been feeling at times useless. I don't think is the best word, but a little useless because you guys are just doing such a good job, and I just am able to be like, hey, and they're like, oh, I'm already on it. So just good job, everybody is on.
I wanted to shout out Ezra. Last week, he did a massive deep clean and reset of the minis after compact and stayed like way later, but it was very much appreciated. I also wanted to shout out Christina as well. She is always covering somebody's shift. I would say, like, she responds so quickly, and she's always covering somebody's butt. And then last of all, Ken. I want to shout out Ken for being a great leader with the leadership retreat we had last month. It was cool to see the growth that he has had and the impact he has had on so many people. So just want to shout out.
Joby because he made an awesome Spotify playlist for all of Apex, and we all love it. Anytime I feel like somebody's complimenting music recently, I feel like, okay, that's Joby's playlist that he put together.
I also wanted to shout out Kai and Josh M. Yeah, I got to work with them on Saturday birthday parties, and it was the two of them as coaches for the first two parties, and I didn't have to think about anything. They had it covered, so that was awesome. Great job. I also wanted to shout out Josh. He had another fellow that was just difficult to handle, and I think also Jen was on it with him, and so but he was just so kind and loving and patient, and it just melted my heart actually to see him with them, and so that's very sweet. And then one last one, April. April has had to clean up at least 2, maybe 3 really yucky messes since she's been working with us, and she always does it with a willing heart and just, do we have gloves? So let's give you girls some gloves. So thank you, April.
Yeah, definitely want to shout out to everybody who got up really early and drove all the way up to North Raleigh to either walk or run, and for Tracy for helping organize and put it all together for the ovarian cancer. It was a great success. They raised $324,000. So just appreciate, especially since this year I had a recurrence, so it means a lot to know I have all you guys just your support and your love. So I really appreciate it all. Thank you.
I just want to shout out Lauren and Jen. They've been doing a great job with coming and transitioning to being marketing assistants, and shortly after I got a concussion almost a month in, but every single week I've been able to work with them, and they've been doing great, organizing stuff behind the scenes, helping upgrade flyers, putting them in different spots, and yeah, it's just been awesome to work with them and seeing them grow, and so just really grateful for both of them.
I want to shout out Coach Michael. He's not here right now, but he has just been killing it with comp team, compact team, comp planning, everything he works with all the teams. He's just been such an excellent coach, and he creates all these courses. He comes in early and makes the best practice environment for all of us. So shout out Coach Michael. Makes practice a blast.
Can I shout out you and then you can talk?
Oh yeah.
I'm so glad Coach Lynette is back on there. And she's been crushing it, and she also, you reminded me, she also had to clean up a big mess right as she was leaving the other day, and she stayed without complaining and just helped clean up this big mess that a child made. So thank you, Lynette.
Oh, you're welcome. 2 things. Shout out to all the coaches today, day camp coaches. It was a crazy bus today that dropped off, and it was pretty difficult, but you guys crushed it. So thank you for staying as calm as possible and continue to work hard with these children that we had some difficult times with. But you guys did a good job today. I also wanted to say thank you to Seth, Philip, and Victor for setting up. It made a huge difference today that we didn't have to stay on one whole side of the gym. So thank you for coming in on Sundays and setting up, Lauren as well. It makes a huge difference for us when we have busy days like this, and I promise to stay on top of it so the next teacher work day or future teacher work days and things like that. You guys are always so willing to come in on Sunday to set up. It just makes a big difference for the day campers, so thank you very much.
Oh, this is a big thing. Shout out to all the class coaches who worked last week when we introduced the new punch card system. As someone who just worked one class, saying that was very stressful is an understatement. I was completely out of it, trying to explain this new system, getting 1,000 questions per class. So shout out to everyone who worked and dealt with all the questions and disgruntled parents and everything that came along with the new punch cards.
Yeah. You guys are absolutely amazing. We're going to move on to our sharing time. So the first thing on the agenda is basically just a couple of reminders of the culture we are creating together. So obviously we hear all these amazing things, and you can tell that each and every one of you just is a very loving and sweet person who just does such a good job of making such an amazing community here. So we're so thankful for each one of you. Now, when things arise, we just want to give some reminders on how to keep loving each other and serving each other and creating an amazing community and culture, regardless of when things pop up, because things are always going to pop up. So, a couple reminders. A culture rule that Ken has helped put in place is the only thing that you're allowed to assume is good intentions. So everything else should be clarified in conversation. So whenever there's crazy days or people have off days because of personal things, so all those things are going to happen. So just remembering that if something goes wrong or a negative thought is coming to your brain, just remember that the only thing we're allowed to assume is good intentions, and then figure it out in conversation with each other directly. So, before anything else, remember the kind of team that we're trying to build, one rooted in trust, direct communication, and assuming good intentions. A few reflection questions we will and can ask you if there's a problem. Say if you come to anybody on the leadership team. As well as just as employees of each other, if somebody's coming to you complaining about somebody else, I would challenge you to ask them, have you talked to them directly yet? Would you like help working towards a solution, or are you just needing someone to listen to you right now? So those are good questions to ask, and you might hear us say if you bring a situation to us. Another thing is why we go directly to people. It's more helpful and respectful to go straight to the person involved. That's how we build trust and avoid unnecessary drama or confusion. For example, when someone gives feedback directly, it clears things up much faster than talking about them to someone else. Or multiple someone else's. Misunderstandings shrink when we assume the best in each other and ask clarifying questions directly. It sets a tone, and we handle things with maturity, not gossip or avoidance. So, just a sweet reminder of how we want to create a positive culture as we go through it. So, and if you have any questions about that, feel free to ask. Okay, Ken.
Okay, I got a lot of stuff. I'll try to go over it somewhat fast, but feel free to ask questions. Yeah, so some results. I think I mentioned last time we didn't really have a great summer as far as stuff. We did have a profit. We did have a profit, which is great. It wasn't a big profit. Big profit. So, and as we're looking at that, just trying to figure out, okay, why did we not do better than we thought we were going to, or not doing as well as we thought we were going to. Had to make some adjustments. And some of that was just the way we were working, the way we were allocating our time and hours. The other thing is that we will adjust for a bonus plan for 2026, because part of the reason we didn't do as well was we got prepaid for so much stuff for the summer camps that, we had these big bonuses in the spring, but it was for work we hadn't done yet. So since people had paid ahead of time, we still had to do the work, and we had to pay people to do the work, right? So we're going to try to change that next year so that we actually kind of move the bonuses towards when we did the work rather than when people paid. So that should smooth that out a little bit. But in addition to that, there's a couple of other things we saw. We love to give discounts to people who need discounts, and we were doing it too well. Sometimes, like, we gave somebody this, they lost their job, let's give them a discount. but then we forgot to take away the discount when they got a job, for example, right? So that was something we had to adjust. So we've been kind of going through that. I know Jen has done a real hard work in listing all these things, and we have a real long list, following up with people. So we had to do a few of that. And then another thing we found out is, I think a lot of us, including myself, I did this, forgot some of the rules of our benefits. So we're going to jump into that in just a second, and then talk about our vision meeting as Yeshua alluded to a little while ago. So let's look at those benefits first of all. I know you can't read all this, so don't strain your eyes too much. I did post it a week or two ago on the general channel. We'll post it again today for the people who didn't read the general channel. I know all of you always read channels, but sometimes you might have missed one. But one of the big things here is if you think about giving classes away to people, right? They actually cost us something, and I think we had a couple of. We just have to re-clarify. Okay, if you're not working more than 60 hours a week, you're not getting classes for free because like it just doesn't add up. If you want to bring a friend, that's fine, but depending on how many hours a week or if you're salaried or not, you either do an open gym for people who work 60 hours a week but aren't salaried. You give an open gym pass to a friend once a month, but not free classes. If you are an employee who does get free classes or discounted classes, that's for you, not for your friends, family, whatever. We just have to kind of make sure we're keeping it at the point because we all want to get paid and we love to have bonuses, but can't do that if we're giving away too much stuff. So we love having those benefits. We want to encourage people to use those benefits. There might be some benefits that you're not taking advantage of, so we're not telling you not to take advantage of those benefits. Just make sure it's the benefits you qualify for. So there's a couple of different things up there. I'm going to keep going. Go to the next slide. Oh,
Just a quick one. You mean like 60 hours a month, right?
60 hours a month, sorry. For a 60-hour week, you get all the benefits.
I was like,
Yeah, sorry. Thank you for clarifying. It's important. Week versus month, they mean different things. Yeah. Do you want to talk about anything there? I don't think so. I think we're good on that one. One thing some people didn't necessarily recognize this, by the way. Years ago, when I was at my previous company, we got short-term disability policies for people. And then somebody had a short-term disability. We found out that if we don't fill out the paperwork just right and a bunch of other stuff happens, they didn't actually get it. And then even if they got it, it was like 60%. And we looked at how much we were spending on it, and we said, not that many people ever get short-term disabled. And we're paying more money for the insurance than the people are getting out of it. So we decided here, and that's something it was something we've done for a while, but we just didn't list it. So, we do have short-term disability, we just do it ourselves by saying, we're gonna keep paying you when you have a short-term disability. So just want to let people know, and that was actually something I know Lynette and Isabella both enjoyed that this time. We don't want them to enjoy it because we want them to not be disabled, right? But we also make sure that we are trying to look after the best interests of all the employees. So that's added to that list. And anyway, you can go check it out. We'll put it again on there. So, any questions about benefits? Way back here. Okay, cool.
Oh, wait, Ken.
Yeah.
Is there a way we can see like how many hours we're working per week? Is that in workforce? Or sorry, not per week. Like how many hours we're getting per month? Because I can only see like 2 pay periods or whatever.
Gender. Yeah.
So
pay periods.
That's like I can just like okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a dumb.
No, it's
That's
not.
okay.
But if you ever,
So I'm just wondering because like I want to stay at like 60.
yeah. Jen can show you, and if you ever can't find it on your app, you can just ask Jen, or if you're at Fuquay, or myself at Apex, and then they can show you the total too.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I mean, as you already heard, we got a couple more people. often there's hours available on weekends, and if you found like you're not getting the hours you'd like to get, you might just want to have to give up one of your parties on the weekend or something. But yeah, let people know. Let Jacob or Megan know that you're available. That seems to be the times that we have the most needs right now. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, question.
Any other questions about that? Okay, cool. Hey, so our annual vision retreat, we do this once a year. Try to plan for the year ahead, hence the annual vision retreat. So we did that, and one of the things we did at that point in time, we just kind of review where we're going in general, and shortly after that, we realized, we always talk about our core values and our mission statement, and then we realized a lot of people don't know what our vision statement is. In fact, it's hard to memorize because it's kind of long, like that. So we wrote that back in 2019 when we just started, that by 2030, we wanted to have at least 4 of our own locations, including a Rock Solid Junior location in Wake County. We wanted to positively impact other ninja gyms in the Carolinas and beyond. And we never want to sacrifice our culture, administering to employees and customers for the sake of growth. And we will continue to grow leaders from within the organization. And if you guys ever read Paul's epistles, it's kind of a nice long run-on sentence that he uses, but I can't memorize those either. So we wanted to kind of shorten it a little bit. So the shorter version, I think it's on the next slide. There we go. So we're going to try to do this. And hey, we can all do this. We can read this time, and then we're going to start trying to recite it. So here we go. By 2030,
4 locations in Wake County, including at least 1 junior location, influencing other gyms and the ninja sport through example and service, never sacrificing culture, growing leaders from within.
Good job.
Bing!
What is a junior location?
What's a junior location?
What's a junior location? Is that like what we had at Clayton?
Clayton was an attempt at what might be a junior location, but we're actually, in fact, that'll be on the next slide. So hold that thought. If I don't answer it in a minute, then ask it again. Okay. So as we're looking forward, really we kind of get together to say, okay, what does 2026 look like? And therefore, since we only have like 3 or 4 months left in 2025, what do we have to do to get ready for that? And so that's kind of one of our big questions. And yeah, so we know we're going to have our 3rd location. There actually was cement poured last week. Yeah, so we're seeing action out there. So that's going to be open sometime in 2026, hopefully on the early half. Also, there's preliminary efforts for a junior location in the west side of Apex. It would just be for like minis level 1, level 2, right? If they get really good and they want to do something, they drive another 15 minutes over here, right? So it would be like smaller stuff, not stuff that we'd use for competitions or things like that. So that's well underway. In fact, I just visited on my way back to the mountains today. One of the locations that they're building a couple buildings out there, and there's an existing building, and we're talking to people about how we might fit in there in 27 or 28, somewhere in there. So we can hit our 2030 goals by the end of 2028. So like we're ahead of schedule. Woo! Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So in the meantime, also I don't know if anybody's heard of Apogee schools. Anybody? Apogee. No. Well, anyway, these guys have started a bunch of interesting schools that are very active and work together in groups, and they look for places to rent during the day. So they're actually renting Dribble and Swish, which is over there in West Apex, during the day. It's an Apogee Triangle school. But through them, I got hooked up with the people who are doing this all over the nation. How many of you guys know Carson Williams' Big Cat? He's a famous ninja. He's been trying to open up a gym in north side of Dallas and found out that there's a new school opening up in Allen, Texas, which is where he actually lives, and they're talking to each other. And there's another one in Alpeny, which is near Des Moines, Iowa. Ninja U's talking to them. So as we find this kind of thing, instead of necessarily having day camps to help pay the bills in the day, hey, what if we can hook up with these guys, whether it's in a part of the county that doesn't have a lot of year-round schools or slightly outside of the county or wherever. So that's a possibility, but right now we're just kind of hooking up with other people who are interested. Yes?
When you say renting out the building, does that mean like the teachers come as well and they like help with stuff? Because obviously coach is supposed to be here, and then kids come. Is it like their gym time? Like what does it mean when they rent out the?
They use the space.
Yeah,
it's
to
more
like
group projects rather than a bunch of classrooms.
Okay.
So
for like
they're
school
using,
stuff, not for ninja stuff.
Right. But
Okay, cool.
Right, but they could possibly use the ninja stuff too, or whatever, depending on.
Yeah.
If they're into doing a lot of active stuff and making sure phys ed is in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So like over there, it's just they rent the building and dribble and swish, and they clean up after themselves before all the people come in for basketball practice later.
Neat. Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. But also the design system that we've been working on, well, the ones we have, and then the revised version, we're trying to get manufactured. Do we have an update on that, Caleb, this week? Never mind.
I might be getting a quote. I had a Zoom meeting.
You had a Zoom meeting. There we go. We have our coaching certification stuff, all the other cool stuff you guys do, and then we restructured Rock Solid Warriors so we can do things with partnerships like we're doing in Roseville. So a lot of things there that is allowing us to hit our goals and beyond. But for 2026, we have a draft of this theme, primary objective for the year. So together, cultivate the confidence to stretch beyond what's familiar, boldly taking on new challenges and stepping into our roles with a growth mindset throughout all three of our locations. That's kind of what we're focusing on as we go forward, recognizing, yes, we are growing. If we need, if we want people to grow leaders within, we only have so many leadership positions at every location, so we're trying to bring people in as assistants and then get them ready for leading other places. So by year end, we want to confidently launch Rollsville with full programs running by the end of the year, supported by Fuqua and Apex, reinforcing our strong foundation for stability that drives growth across all three gyms. So cool. Rock Solid Warrior is going far. Get it? Far. Right, Apex, Rollsville. So we're going to keep going far, hopefully. Yeah, and so we're going to list this. Again, don't try to read all this. But basically, every single person who came to the retreat has a rock and something important for them to finish by the end of this year. And you can help hold them accountable and help them out if they need help in getting those things done. So we'll post that on the general channel so you don't have to try to read it all now. But there's a few pages of that. Okay, 2 pages at least. There we go. So, any questions about where we're headed, what we're doing? Let's go far.
All right. Punch cards update. Hopefully you all have noticed that we are using the new punch cards. If you have not, it's probably haven't been working. Just a few things. With the punch cards, if you have not already, please go and watch the videos on that you can scan on the on the punch cards. Or just go to our YouTube and they're up there as well. Even if you're like day camp, it's good to know because some kids like to work on their punch card during day camp. So it's great to know what you're looking for so that way you can actually punch off when kids do the skill. Next new schedule starts next week, so that's going to be the intro, level 1 and level 2, so the 3 levels now. So we have definitely, hopefully overscheduled because we don't know exactly how that distribution is going to look like between intro, level 1, level 2, how that's all going to move around. We don't know if intro is going to be super busy. We don't know if level 1 is going to be super busy. So just kind of bear with us as we figure this out all together, because it's going to be definitely a little bit of unknowns, but I'm confident that we will all kill it. Also, for at least Apex, I'm not sure about if somebody correct me if we're not doing this in Fuquay as well. For the most part, everybody is taking their punch card at home. If there is exceptions to that, if somebody specifically requests that they can leave their punch card here because, for example, it's a separated household, and so maybe sometimes the dad brings them, sometimes the mom brings them. So extenuating circumstances, we can keep their punch card here. We're going to keep ours in the level 2 over there, far away. It's not obvious to the general public. So again, it's not do not advertise that unless somebody is like, hey, like really have a hard time keeping the punch card with the kid because the kid's bouncing all over the place. Can we please keep it here? In that case, we can. It's over there. But again, that's not like, we are not advertising that. So be aware that that is possible, but not, that is the exception rather than the rule. Other than that, no tests anymore. Again, once they finish out their punch card, they automatically move up to the next level. Make sure that you make a note in that kid's account. That way we know what level they're in. That way people don't just randomly start signing up for levels and be like, oh no, I'm totally level 2. And you're like, I totally don't think you are. So just make sure to add that note as kids are leveling up. And level 2 punch cards are not here, the new updated ones, but they are coming soon. So just be on the lookout for that. We'll keep on using the current level 2 punch cards until we have the new ones. But they are coming, hopefully, I'm guessing probably within a month or so.
The level 2?
Yeah.
You brought that meeting news on.
They're here. That's how soon they'll be here. All right, any questions on that?
What if a kid leaves their punch card laying around after class? Do we just throw them away?
No, we will keep them for a month, and then if they have nothing planned within a month, then we throw them out.
You have to buy new ones, right?
Yes.
Is it in the 513?
Yes. Also, yeah, please make sure that you make a note in the account when somebody gets a punch card. That way, if they come and they're like, hey, I never got a punch card, you can look in their account and be like, yes, you did. And, yeah.
What's it titled under on 513?
Did we set it up yet? It'll be titled punch card.
Okay.
Totally set up. I'm not going to do it right after
I tried
this.
to do tonight, and it wasn't there, so I just wanted to make
Okay.
sure. Thank you.
Victor has a question.
Do we star the note or no?
No starring the note. Just put a note on the account. Don't star it. Yeah, if you star it, then anytime they come in, people are going to be checking their account to see what the star note is. And we don't need to do that if we're just letting them know that they have a punch card.
Whereas for like day camps, it's for allergy reasons, specific people's numbers they need to call for that specific week, that sort of thing. So we don't want everybody's account to be started. Good question. Okay, this is a tiny update for everybody, or just a reminder. And if there's anything different for Fuquay, feel free to chime in. This is specifically for Apex, but it should be pretty similar. Fitness area. Open gym versus fitness area. The fitness area is 13 plus, or level 3 plus, or special permission. It is included in any open gym pass or membership. So if somebody comes in for the 12-to-1 open gym, if they pay for the open gym, and they're 13, level 3, an adult, the fitness area is included. They don't have to buy a separate pass. But say somebody wants to come in and only use the fitness area, we don't want to charge them $12, $15, $18 for it. It's $5 per visit or $20 for membership. So generally it is cheaper if they're just going to use that one thing. But if they already paid for open gym, they get to use it. Any questions about that? The pricing, I think, is a little bit different between locations, but awesome. Oh, Lynette.
Sorry, if a parent brings in like 3 kids, and the parent is like, oh, can I use the fitness area?
$5.
Okay.
Or if they want a membership.
Thank you.
Awesome. Good question. Jacob.
Oh no.
Okay, so Ken and Isabella has given me the opportunity to share my creative freedom and create some ads. One of my rocks for this season, which was at the very top of the list, was that we're trying to get special ops to boost revenue and get more people involved, as well as them just knowing about us more. So Ken and Isabella has given me the opportunity to create an ad for a Rock Solid, which I'm very excited about. The only thing I have to change or add to it is a voiceover, which I'm going to look up with Isabella about. We're going to add a voiceover to it, but this is just like the base and everything, and then there will be words that somebody is talking over the video. So, yeah. So don't judge me too hard, but yes.
Oh no. I think our sound might be on the laptop. I wasn't.
It's a little loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
Caleb and John.
Good job. That was great.
Thank you.
Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna keep it short, sweet, to the point. The meetings, the staff meetings that we do once a month, they are mandatory. So, what that means is when people are like, oh, I'll just watch the video, I can't come. No, treat it like a shift. You're scheduled for it. It is a shift. If you can't make it, make sure you're reaching out to Hannah or myself with the reason why. And just know, like, we want you guys here. This is, like I put on my slide, so when calling out, if you're not coming to the shift, it's like calling out. So speak to Hannah and I. This is a way the company, this is the company's way to continue to build Rock Solid's culture and come gather together. So spending time with each other, people that work at different locations, encouraging one another, like the good news and the popcorn we do, and then reminding each other of our common mission and vision, and then accountability. So in the moment, you guys have questions about the slides and stuff. So if you're at home, are you going to have the accountability just watching the slide? And then we would just miss you too much. So they are mandatory. Hannah and I at the meetings will start taking attendance between the two of us, and then looking at it to see who was not here that did not request. So good reasons to not come. You're sick. You took off for vacation. Yeah, but other than that, you guys should be here. So, yeah. But thank you guys for coming to them. Yeah.
If I request off, do you mean you would have to do it through the QuickBooks, everything?
Yeah, because you are scheduled that shift every month, and it is always the second Monday. So it's your scheduled shift. And if you take off for a vacation,
that would happen.
Yeah, obviously you're on vacation, but they are mandatory.
And if someone is working another kind of job that maybe would be on a Monday evenings, then they would let you know, but they're not required.
Yeah, they're doing rehearsals right now, and we know for a little bit of a season they have some things going on. That's okay, but we don't want it to be forever. So eventually they'll be back. So, yeah. Okay. Raise your hand if you know what Thursday is.
Horrible Bosses Day.
It is National Boss Day! Woo! And I like squishies and gummies. No, we want to thank Ken for being an amazing boss, and without him, we wouldn't be here. So Yeah, Thursday is National Bosses Day. So, yeah, thank you, guys. Dummies. No. Okay, so we have some development coming up. This is CPR and first aid. Thankfully, thank you, Jesus. Hopefully, I say it this way. We've never had to give CPR at either of our locations so far. Thank you, Jesus. But something that we do come in would more likely come in contact with is injuries, where we have to call 911. Potentially, if somebody has an allergy during day camp and has an allergic reaction, using EpiPen. So these are things that more likely could happen or have happened, and so we want to make sure we are trained. It is not absolutely required, but we would like at least 90% of our staff, if not more, to go through this. These are the people that have already responded. These are 2 initial days. We might add a third if more people need it or show interest. What I need from you guys is if you don't see your name and you want to be on the list, great. If you don't see your name and you think it should be on the list, just double check. Maybe your card expires in 2026. Yes. So these are the first 2 days. If you guys at some point, even if you just want to send me a Slack message or a text, preferably, let's go with Slack. If you want to send me a Slack message, be like, hey, I want to come Monday, October 27th. If you guys can tell me your preferred dates, I would absolutely love that. There's a couple of people on here, like Justine and Christy, who also did it in 2024, 2025, and somehow they haven't received their cards yet. We're working on that. So yeah, so this is just some really good hands-on training. It's one night. It's 6:30 to 9:30. Probably be done before that. But
That's good for 2 years.
good for 2 years. Yes, sir. If you've gotten it from other places, just send in your card so I can have a copy of it. Yeah. Any questions on that? Okay. Tracy.
Okay, our staff Christmas party is going to be December 15th. So fun. So in place of or along with our staff meeting, it'll be, well, will we do a staff meeting at all, or it will be the staff party? Just a staff Christmas.
Pretty much party.
Pretty much party. You know, we might talk about Roxanne a little bit, I don't know, but, okay, so that's December 15th. Woo, yeah. Woo! And then Christmas parade sign up. So we talked a little bit about this last time. Now we have an official sign up in general. And so we're doing 6 Christmas parades, 2 floats, and actually a couple of our parades are already filled up. So get your slots quickly. Hurry, coming to a sign up near you. You can either use that QR code, which I just learned how to do, or you can go on general and find the Christmas parade sign up entry there. Any questions? Jess?
I've got a question for Hannah about the previous slide.
Okay.
But I'll let you finish up.
I don't know if I have the answer, but I'm ready.
You'll see on the sign up that there are slots for paid staff. And so those slots, once those are filled up, those will be all the paid staff places that we need. If, like a lot of us do, I mean, they really are fun, you want to come and help be the face of Rock Solid for the Christmas parades, you are more than welcome, okay? So paid slots first, they'll get actually put on the schedule. But if you want to come volunteer and walk with us, there's some slots underneath. If you want your mom to come walk, if you want your kids to come walk with you, you can put them on there on the volunteer slots. Okay. Any questions? Great, okay.
I was going to put it on my calendar,
Oh.
and I couldn't remember where the location for the CPR training was.
Oh, CPR. Apex. Good question. Yes. These 2 days are in Apex. If we have to make a third one, I'm happy to talk to Jen to see if we want to put one at Fuqua.
Dude.
We also have a couple new employees, and if your birthday, I think we looked up a couple of y'all's birthdays to make sure it's October. But if we missed anyone, please tell us. But we have Claire. We have Ava Douglas. We have Jacob. We have Olivia Armstrong. We have Isaac. And we have Grace. Happy birthday to all of you. Okay, so what's the Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Claire. Okay. We did not have a specific game scheduled for tonight. If you guys want to hang out for a game, Tracy has gotten some amazing desserts for the birthday people and for their friends that have